Hey everybody, it's Razzie_Dazzy here. We are here to play Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa. So, as we left off, we were playing the Clash Trials. There's another new announcement. I am no longer posting my videos on the community. It's officially only for news or something that came up that I can't make a video on that time, or just posting all of my art. And geez, this is loud as heck. I want you guys to just leave a like on the channel. My camera still does this. Wow, this is loud. Hold on.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
I forgot, it only just pauses the screen and it doesn't pause the audio. Anyway, my camera still does this, cutting off thing. If it doesn't, I'm probably still going to do my regular outro. But, all that I know that my videos aren't like, you know what, I might probably talk about this at the halfway mark. So, yeah. But still, I want you guys to just leave a like on this video. That's all. I'm deciding to no longer just post. I'm no longer posting my videos, like my upload videos, on my community posts. I'm only just going to post my art or something that came up, or just me saying happy holidays or something. That's it. So yeah, that's the only new stuff I have. Let me fix this. Okay, I fixed it. In the halfway mark, I'm going to just talk about something. Actually, let me talk about it right now. We're already at this point. I know my video is gonna cut off, so I'm just gonna do the outro more differently instead. I want you guys to just leave a like on the channel. If you want to subscribe, do whatever you want. Anyway, let's get on with it. Oh wait, do I have this on audio? No, I don't. Oh wait.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
I am going to talk more in these videos for now on, even if it's like, literally me not talking so much. I know my videos are not like good quality. The audio is a little bit weird, but I have to use what I got, so. Anyway, let's get on with this.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. And the killer really
the basic
is
stuff.
Right?
Oh shoot, I knocked over the camera.
Of course.
Okay then, everyone close your eyes, and whoever did it, raise your hand.
Why?
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
No, seriously.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
If this isn't loud, I thought I was going to make it loud.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates
Okay.
even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Stop.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Ugh, why
First
does it
up
sound
is
like
the
he's
case
about to
summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
do something stupid? Okay, it begins. It's about to begin. The debate to debate who we think is the killer is. Anyone can. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because that isn't just about me. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone else's lives are online. Are online. On the line. I'm stupid. Not really. I already know the basics. Actually, I need to know. I'm just gonna skip these. Because it's just another tutorial.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
No shit.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Wait. Oh, I forgot the... Huh? Something's off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resist at all, there's no way a... Okay, that is loud. I don't think I'm gonna read the fluff text. Cause I can't hear my own self. Yeah, I know.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
I keep on forgetting that I'm playing on my
Yeah,
Switch.
we know that part already.
Wait,
And
can
the murder took place in the
bathroom. So it seems like the killer must have taken it. She didn't even.
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember.
Why does this always happen? Every time I try to turn up the volume, it just goes down for some reason. And I am pressing the right button. Okay.
With the way things have been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Duh, everything looks like it's been scratched up.
Struggle? Between who and who?
The
Between
killer!
Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Now your head is in the game. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
I might be wrong. Oh, no, wait, I'm not.
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
So the reason why whenever I record, I turn down the brightness of my camera is because it blurs the text that is on the camera. That is on the video, and it's hard to see. So I might just adjust it just a little bit if you guys can actually see the words. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, let's just get on with this because the music is getting really loud.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
He has a point.
We all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
She also has a point.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be another breakthrough somewhere. I just want us to find it. Because I know damn well I am not the killer. Okay, they're teaching me something else. Maybe I should just read it. You can connect by holding the R. You can't concentrate by holding the R button. I already know that. While you can concentrate time to slow down, so you can pay close attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll I don't even care. I already know the focus gauge. Asumi's account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Most of the time, whenever I play these games, I usually just...
from the kitchen, right?
I remember when I played this, I usually let the game...
secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
No. Someone was.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to read this. Well, I wanted to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I was finishing my tea, I went back to the kitchen to wash my glass. One of the knives were gone. So you're saying that the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Wow, I don't know why every time I play these games it's so loud. It's probably something wrong with my TV or something. Like, the music is more louder every time I read, or just, like, take my time to read. I'm only doing this just once. This is ridiculous. I think I'm gonna just edit some of these stuff out, but I don't know. Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together?
Idiot swimmer girl.
Protect each other. Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seemed the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Oh.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
She was?
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed at Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
They also have a point of that.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome.
Taka, what is wrong with you?
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Oh, she's talking about Sayaka. Someone.
Sayaka.
Oh, dang! I
She's
forgot
the
I
one
had it
who
on
came to the
auto.
dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
I'm gonna try my best to read the fluff text and the stuff in the trial, even if the music goes like really loud for some reason and I can't like literally hear myself. Okay, I am not gonna fluke up this video. Okay, Sayaka. Okay, so, oh shoot, I'm on a timer. Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
She probably used it to defend herself or something, then I guess, I don't know.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Oh.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Then the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Maybe she accidentally
In
killed
that case,
herself
you may not
when
have
she
taken the
bumped.
knife, but you still could have killed her.
Maybe she probably. Okay, this is how I'm thinking about it. One, maybe the killer actually was there. She was struggling, and maybe she got pushed back, and somehow the knife was turned to her side, and then she stabbed herself. I don't know how that would work, but I think it would work if she slipped and she had the knife in her hand and it like turned a certain way. I don't know.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Why are you...
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Oh! Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. They don't understand. If they convince me for everybody's going to die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
I like the fact that she's trying to save us because I think she already knows who it is.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh. Hangman's Gambit. Wait, actually I need to know too. Hold on. Huh. Okay. I want them to teach me how to use the... Okay. Left stick and A. Okay. Something that should have been in the scene of the crime wasn't that must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. I forgot there's like mini games in this game. Hair. I'm spelling the word hair. I think. Because she's probably talking about the hair. I don't know if the hair starts with an A. Oh, it does.
Now I understand.
I'm a little bit stupid, so I have a hard time spelling.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Huh. I don't know.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Taka, it's very important, and everyone knows it. You have to check everything to know who the killer is, even if it's that small.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
There was blood and a
Sayaka
dead
was
body.
attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
I like the fact that she remembers all the clues, but she's also trying to, like, let us know what's going on. Like, hey, you should know all this. You did investigate.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled. The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it, the object that the killer broke, I want to say the doorknob, I guess, because we saw it broken. Yeah, broken doorknob. Wait, wrong button.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Maybe the killer just, like, slashed it with the, katana? Because if Sayaka had the kitchen knife, it makes sense. But if the killer had the fake katana, he could just, like, well, they can just break it and try to get in.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
How do you not know there's a doorknob on a door?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh, yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. Almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? Oh, why is it making me learn again? Oh, we're doing that now. Okay. Wait, I'm not trying to say all the weak points you see is necessarily false. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only you will fail to refuse to say, but if you'll lower your... Okay. Wait, so I can lie in this? Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh. Found it.
No, that's wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's just broke.
The reason my
It
bathroom
just doesn't
didn't
work.
open wasn't because it was locked.
Yeah, the door frame doesn't fit in the door part of the door. I don't
After
know.
all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
Why did she say that twice?
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced or covered the bathroom. The bathroom door was locked. Well, convinced that the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about what the scene of the crime the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in Sayaka's room. The crime took place in my room.
got it. The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
Because the nameplates were switched. So they would think that the crime was in Sayaka's room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
And yet,
oh
she's
shoot,
absolutely right.
Is it this button? Yep, it's this button. Oh, I don't think I can actually get them to say it again.
Say what?
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Because of the nameplates were switched.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
That's a little bit too far-fetched. I don't think majority rules works in this trial right now.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes.
She has
How
a point.
did the killer get inside?
How did the killer get inside? If, like, the only door that was broken in was the bathroom door, and not the front door.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Oh, shut up. You look like a hamster.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular, because of how I figured she was. That the answer is right there. There's no way that Sayaka let someone in because message do we even have what I'm looking for? I'm just gonna probably guess. Wait, which door frame we're talking? Okay, oh, this is gonna be difficult. I'm just gonna pick this and see what happens. Oh! I'm not reading the, I got the wrong answer. So what is it? Can I actually read the, oh, I can. Room. Okay, maybe it's this?
I got it!
Okay.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Like, that's more difficult. Like, they could have just gave me, like, oh, let me use Makoto's, testimony or whatever. Oh, shoot, I forgot to read. This is the worst way to start a video. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open... You know what? Screw this. Because Sayaka already was scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. The same goes for me. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter what, who it is, don't open it for anyone. Even if I know it, even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, there would be, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Ooh.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
You're getting a little bit defensive.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Oh. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Just the two of us. In 5 minutes, come and see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Oh.
Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Oh, so she wrote it. Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Maybe she was planning on killing someone to get out. That's probably it. Maybe she was planning.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
Maybe someone that she picked random to get the note and then tried to kill them. But I guess, like, the killer was a guy in the upper hand, and that's why there was a struggle.
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Seriously.
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes.
Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Oh, she noticed.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Is this wrong? Oh, it is.
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
I like the fact that their little nameplates are just like pixel art of them.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. There's the only person who knows we had switched the rooms.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. There's something I want to talk about. I want to talk to you about. Just the two of us. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and
Attacked her! We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit! But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
We don't know who it is, you stupid.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know that Sayaka's wrist was broken was the fake sword, because when I looked at her wrist, there's no doubt that she had a little bit of that gold stuff on there.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
She probably was trying to defend herself when the killer tried to attack as well.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
And I guess the killer broke her wrist.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? What laid with Sayaka's death? I mean, what lead to Sayaka's death that what we need to make clear? Oh, another thing. Yeah. Non-stop debate. Oh, okay, it's telling me that there's gonna be multiple ones. I have to pick which one it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Yep. Okay, replica knife slots, the kitchen knife set.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt.
No.
A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Nah.
When the fighting broke out,
The culprit that's when the first blow was a sword-based...
Oh, I got it right this time.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Sayaka probably just tried to like have a sword fight with a knife.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was...
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Okay, jeez.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yeah.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Sayaka attacked
I
first.
think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere.
Oh my god.
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and...
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that was shown, she never used the sword. Her palm.
I got it!
Her hands
You're
don't have
talking
that
about her
gold stuff
palms,
on it.
right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because the gold sword has like that stuff
Like I
on
said
there.
before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume